Well, it's early in the morning, but yet it's not early in the morning. It's Saturday morning. Drinking my black coffee with lemon. I just got cleaned up. I put my new pair of pants on. I bought them a couple weeks ago. Tough Duck. I believe this is the first pair of Tough Duck pants. I noticed they run a shade small unless I did eat that extra donut. I've been red fed for years, but I'm turning a little bit on the blue side. But not on the blue, which you mean like you feeling sad being blue. This blue is a Tough Duck pair of pants, and my new, I don't know if I told you guys, but I bought a brand new Tough Duck vest. The identical one I had that I wore out. That's second or third when I wore out. And I got a blue one this time. I always usually get brown. And you know something? Blue. Blue's my new color. For now. Blue's my new color for now. Yeah, I got a brand new pair of boots on. I do. I wear Stanley boots from Canadian Tire. I was out in Calgary, Alberta. My boy Justin, was working in Calgary doing construction, building houses. Well, my boy was building, he was the guy that's building houses. I was just a tag along. I was just helping out, trying to get along. And he said, you know, I'm tired of these old boots. I'm going to get a new pair of boots. So let's go. We're going to jump in the old truck and hit the Canadian Tire down on South there. See what they got for boots. So I said, you ain't going to get any of them Stanley boots. He said, yep. They're on sale, $99. And out there, there's only 5% tax. So always a good thing. So went down in there on south there looking for them boots. And I said maybe I should get a pair of boots. So he picked his size out, I believe 10s or 10 and a halves or 11s, whatever it was. Pair of 9s. I guess they had warranty, I don't know, 2 or 3 years or so. Put them boots on, and he put his on. They just kept on working on. Taking care of our feet, you know, out there in cold Canadian snow. Sub temperatures of 30 or so, or even 40 so below. The cold winds, you gotta be sort of all dinned in when you think about it. If you was in a house, you'd be dinned in from the cold. But you get enough clothes on your back, and that way they look at you and don't think you're a fool. Because you got some really good clothes on, a hoodie over your head. Close vehicle by that keep the heater on, start it up once in a while. Your hands or some parts of your body gets cold. Anyway, we wearing them old Stanley boots, and that's been years ago now. I've been wearing these old Stanley boots, and checking the sales out every now and then. They get down now, I think about 125, so they're up probably $189, $200, maybe more, you know. But if you want something that's comes on sale, you just keep on checking. After so many weeks, it pops back on sale. Sometimes you can even ask the attendants in the Canadian Tire to get them to check on their little computer. They'll do that for you, you know. If something's going to come on sale. You know, these old boots, I went through a few of them there now. But you know something? I wear boots kind of hard. My brother Darren, he wears them way harder. You could almost say he can sleep with them old boots on. That's all he runs. He runs the boots. He doesn't put anything too much on his feet. But these old Stanley work boots, because you know he's always working. His friend Andy down there at the mold plant said, you know, them old boots you're wearing and got bought there, the Stanley boots, is pretty tough. I've been keeping an eye on them, and yeah, Darren said the best part about it, Andy, they're cheap. Because we used to buy these boots, well, a work boot for $400, $500 sometimes, and they seem to brag the life out of these boots, but they don't seem to last with me. See, old Andy and Darren, they work on cement, and they work on cement 8, 9, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. But you know, Andy takes his boots off at night when he comes from work, or no, he leaves them at the work site when he gets done work and puts on his different shoes and goes home. Darren, he leaves them old boots on, just keeps on. So Darren gets a lot of life out of them old boots, and it's just what he does. He just wears the boots. That's why they get a lot of traffic. That's why they get a lot of wear. That's why buying them boots at that price, he thinks it's pretty fair. You know, I never heard any complaints about Darren about them boots. Normally, he's always tweaking or has something to say about these boots, or maybe just don't fit right, and they're starting to come apart after about 5 or 6 months or so. No, I don't hear anything about Darren talking about them old Stanley boots, you know. So one day, about 3 months ago, got on the computer and said, let's go find some boots here on the computer. We both take 9s, and I said, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Because they're on sale for about $1.25, $1.29. Then when the dust settles, you know how that 15% tax goes. Man, I don't know how anybody lives down here in the neck of the woods of the East, because the government, they'll tax the daggone crap out of people and keep them down. Put their foot right on their neck and look around. See if anybody's looking. You know they're doing wrong. Taxing us all along. Why can't the government just give us a break and say, you know something, guys, for 1 year, 1 solid year, whatever you buy, whatever you get, there'll be no tax this year. Man, wouldn't that be great, man? People could live better. People put more food on their table, and everything will be so great. They can do it. Who? The government. They can do it. Here's what I think they are. But the Bible says we got to obey by the God. But not the God, yes, by the God. But the Bible says we got to agree and go by the law of the land. That's what I'm trying to get out. I don't know if God intended this to be this way. I don't know. But man, they're taxing the crap out of all of us, you know. You know, sometimes I think government's the mafia, you know what I mean? They try to keep everything to themselves and try to tax the crap out of you. Heaven forbid if you put up a steal. You put up a steal, they go, man, man, let's chase them through the hills and chase them through the valleys and let's smash up what they're doing. Throw them in jail. That's not freedom. Freedom is waking up in the morning and stretching your arms and looking up at the sky and say, God, you're a beautiful God. I love you, God. All the splendor that you made here on this earth and all the stars in heaven and all the mountains and streams and valleys, you are a special God. You're my God. Let's get back to them old boots, Stanley boots, I just put a brand new pair on there and ordered them. Couldn't get 4 pair, I wanted 2 there, so I'm going to get 2 pair too, because you never can tell when the old sale's going to stop and we got to pay through the nose from the mafia bunch. Darren said, there's only 3 pair. I said, I'll take 1. You can have 2, brother. You pay for it all, and I pay for one. When they come. I did that. I just put the boots on today. It's getting warmer out today. So put my tough duck pants on. Put a blue shirt on. Cause the tough duck pants are blue, match the blue vest, old tough duck. Someday if I make a cent from the station what I'm on, maybe old tough duck will reach out through old YouTube and say, I'm gonna sponsor you and maybe send you some items so you can talk to people about them. I said, you don't have to send me anything because I really do love them. I'd like to wear tough duck any chance I get. It's nothing better than old tough duck. The other competition starts with a C. They're good too, but I just grown accustomed to putting on old tough duck, Something about that. They're strong, well built, long wearing. Sometimes they feel just like an old quilt. Wrapping around your body, making you feel so good, making you feel proud, making you kind of homey. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to sign off now. A black coffee lemon's getting cold. And I like it hot, occasionally warm. So I'm told. I'll let you go, but I want you to check things out. Sometimes think about tough duck. Maybe reach out. Give it a try. I don't think you'd be disappointed. I know I wasn't. So old tough duck, if you're out there, you have a patriot right here. Man that sure loves you. He knows something that's nothing tougher. Maybe some animals are. Man, it's nothing tougher than a duck. They battle the winds, they battle the cold, they got web feet. You can't hit them, I'm told. If they walk in the street, there's a law against it. You can get fined mighty steep. I just like them old tough ducks. And they love the rain. Opposite of me, 'cause I complain. You know, I wasn't born a duck, I was born a human being, as you can see. But I really appreciate watching a duck with glee. It's nothing better than watching a duck cross a road and in the springtime bring his little ducklings families in tow. So if you're out there and you see some feathered friends with webbed feet, please slow down. Don't run them over. Don't make them completely dead on the ground. What a sad day that would be. And what if some of them ducklings survived that massacre? Who's gonna raise them little ducklings? Their mother's gone. Some of their siblings is gone. It'd be a sad thing, you know. So let's roll back to Tough Duck. Tough Duck, someday you might see this or hear something about it. Reach out, 'cause I'll be your #1 sponsor. There's no doubt I will do anything I can. It doesn't matter if you sponsor me, but if you do, I would gladly appreciate you, which I already do. So I'm gonna sing no more, 'cause my coffee's getting cold, y'all. And the lighting is out, darkness went around the corner, you know. I gotta go out and start working. Try to keep the wolf away from the door. You know what I mean. In my opinion, I think I did good. Well, you tell me. You tell me if I did good. Hit the like bell. Reach out and tell people. Say, man, you got to check this old guy out. He likes tucked up clothes. He wants the world to know there's more than the letter C of the competition. Get TD. TD spells tough duck, you know. I gotta go. God bless you guys. May you be a blessing. And smile. And the world will smile with you.